Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. Now, I'm starting here, starting for Avid Horizon. Yeah, because there's Dark and Small that I guess we'll check out. Yeah, I probably want to do that because this guy's otherwise going to attack us. One of these, yeah, Faustic Corsairs. Leave me alone, man. Plus, well... Plus what? I don't know. I'm risking it basically. I mean, we could have another unfortunately timed Mr. Sax event on the short way to Avid Horizon, and then I'll probably just restart, but maybe not, you know. For now, we explore this abyss and see what this one is about. Deeper, yes. The abyss of pomegranates. Okay, sure. We had what? The second one was scriptures. The first one was... I don't even know. But pomegranates is different and unexpected. The walls of the chasm are as abundant as a garden. Rippling lawns of Posidonia. Copses of shadowed kelp. Garlands of coral pulsating with tubular sponges. And here, a vine bearing melon-sized nodules the color and shape of pomegranates. Okay, so it's not actually underwater pomegranates. I don't know why I would have found that so particularly disturbing. Forsake the rite of greeting. Actually, I kind of want to know what this one does, right? I just wish there was a way to know ahead of time, but I guess it's kind of the joke here, or, you know, part of the fun is not knowing. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a look. We're going to forsake this one, retrieve and eat one of the nodules. I mean, yeah, I don't know that I would do that. I mean, I might want to retrieve one and then carefully examine it to determine whether it's maybe possibly edible. But anyway, a true sailor will find the taste familiar, it is said. Okay, I mean, I'd guess it would taste kind of like seawater, so... Anyway, low risk challenge. I think this is possibly the easiest of them so far. Also, it's based on iron, okay. Actually, I'm not sure what attribute the other two rites were based on. Okay, well, so this one takes iron and gives us... Let's see, you done? I succeeded as well, okay. The waters of the abyss are fogged with spores. Maybe it was always iron, come to think of it. I don't know. The waters of the abyss are fogged with spores. You push through to the walls, pick one of the nodules and return. Your cook splits it open. It is stuffed... So I don't immediately take a bite out of it. I suppose I physically can't because I'm in a suit, so that makes sense. Anyway, your cook splits it open. It is stuffed with fleshy seeds. You manage 7 of them before feeling intolerably bloated. They taste of oranges and gunsmoke, and iron and victory, and the grey dawn, the morning of a battle. And your cook is staring at you. Were you laughing? Quite possibly. Okay, so this one gave me iron. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe it was always the attribute that would be increased by 20 that was tested. Okay, so it makes sense. Lost 10 mirrors, gained 20 iron. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. 92 iron, I don't know why I think that's so ridiculous. I've never expected to get even close to 100 in any one stat, and well, now suddenly here we are. Here we could be, if I was okay with this, with keeping this, but I just wanted to see what happens. And I guess in a way, technically I'd also like to see the failed version of this. As in, would I fail to retrieve it, or would I fail to eat it? I don't know. I guess I'd still get the benefit, but also get a wound. Actually, did it say what? Oh. You know what? Let's forsake it again. Failure will increase your terror. Okay. So I would eat it, but be terrified in the process. All right, fair enough. Let's just start over, I guess. I guess I could have tried, and maybe I would have failed. Although with an 89% chance of success, that seems unlikely. But yeah. Anyway, let's not get too crazy. When I start reloading for, you know, to see every possible outcome of every possible action, I think that might be a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, so we're not taking this right because I'm kind of happy with the stat distribution as it is right now. But we will, of course, take a look at the bottom of this. Maybe I should have tried that first. No, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have. Anyway, abyss, yes. Dive, of course. Continue. Dive deeper. 60%. Come on. I think we've never failed so far. So I don't even know how bad the hull damage is going to be. And I guess we still won't find out. Although we have to go one deeper, don't we? Deeper still. No, actually, the ritual feasting will lead to a discovery. Actually, this is the correct or a correct one. Maybe there are multiple that are valid for each step along the way, just to make this a little bit more likely. But if not, then this is incredibly unlikely for this to be the correct one out of what seems to be a much larger number of them, right? I mean, last time I identified at least 3 or 4 of them that I had even seen on the map, but obviously not dived into. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just accept it that maybe I am that lucky, or maybe the game is just, you know, giving me the illusion of you know, stumbling upon these by chance when it's really just generating them in a particular order or something. Perform the ritual feasting. A fresco adorns the church's frontage. Burned pilgrims supplicate themselves before a woman's upturned hands. Oysters grow in her palms. Will you enter the church in search of communion? Yes, of course. Wait, I can't? Diving 2? You have 2. No more than 2, you have 1. I'm dumb. Okay. If I could read, and if I had seen the extremely obviously grayed out button here, I could have made a bit less of a fool of myself, but that's cool. It's never stopped me before. Okay. Right, wait. I did actually, for the first time, I think, make notes for this game. And indeed, okay, this is step 2. Never mind. So this is the next one in sequence, technically. I just haven't been back to the one that requires this quality to be 1. This would be the next one if I had returned to the one near Vanderbite. Okay, I mean, that's still good to know. So this one was called what now? Abyss of Pomegranates, but what is it called on the map? Let's ascend, continue, depart. Yeah, well, I guess I have gained knowledge. And this was Duggan's Maw. So Duggan's Maw requires 2. Well, okay. So I have no idea how I missed at first that I could not actually interact with that, but it's still very good knowledge to have gained. Okay, we have an undersea current here, which I think is also... These are also just randomly generated every time you load the game. And yeah, this time... This one is not useful to us. So I'm not exactly going in the most efficient way. Is it glowing up there? Sure is. Okay, somehow these rocks, although aren't they just like floating ice on the surface? I think so. Anyway, so these are somehow illuminated for some reason. Yeah, anyway, almost there. Surely Mr. Sachs is going to keep quiet for just a tiny little bit longer. Okay, we have a kind of magma-like glow here, similar to near Mount Palmerston, whatever. Okay, indeed, we're actually already here. I was somehow expecting, I don't know, there to be more of a structure underwater that would block me. Isn't there a kind of a large... Ouch. I just took damage from surfacing in a place where there was a rock. Thanks for allowing me to do that. I guess it's not a rock, it's actually ice. Still, the game could have warned me. There was no way for me to know exactly that, you know, that exact spot would have rocks or ice. It's fine though, I guess. 1 damage, whatever. Not reloading for that. Anyway. Service at Avid Horizon. As soon as you dock, Mr. Sachs lumbers ashore. It has been preparing for this. Yes, it has been preparing for this. Plunging a hand into its cloak, it removes a handful of ammonia-scented snow. It places it on the ground and adds another on the top. Into this one, it presses the teeth and the hair from the small box. Potential, substance. Only one thing needs to be added, as in the tales of the Gnomon. The Crimson Beast of Winter waits impatiently for you to provide it. Give your blood? Or give it... So, it's not gonna drink it, I guess. It's trying to revive some sort of, I don't know, golem homunculus made of yellow snow? I don't know. And we've been asked to kind of to sabotage whatever it's doing here. I mean, sure. It seems like kind of the obvious thing to do, which is, you know, and thus a little bit lame, perhaps. But on the other hand, it definitely seems, well, I mean, I don't know if it's really the smarter option. Do I give some of my blood to this demonic ritual and thus bind myself to who knows what eldritch monstrosity? Or do I potentially anger this eldritch being right in front of me? You know, pick your poison. I guess in this case, I pick its poison. Substitute the blood. If you're careful, Mr. Sex will never notice the switch. Except perhaps by the result. The corrupted essence of life. You move to cut your hand with your pocket knife, but the vial clutched in your palm keeps the blade safely from your flesh. You tip it carefully, dripping a few drops of the thick blood into the pile. They fizz in the lacquer, which softens and melts into a puddle of snow. A hand emerges from it, then a head, then another hand, stretching as it clambers up from nowhere. The twisted face of a gargoyle, rippled with red blood. It screams. The monster throws its head back. Blood welts in its hollow eyes and drips down its half-formed face. The nascent arms explode into wings of shining ice, as sharp as any razor. It bends backwards, new hands clawing at its eyes. Just as abruptly as the scream began, it stops. The shape collapses, melts. Mr. Sachs looks away. Another failure, it intones, stepping through the pile on its way to the Avid Horizon's sealed gates. It rests a gloved hand against it, basking in the chill. The whisper of a place too cold for gods. Refreshing. Your service is done. Be gone before I change my mind. Cool. Okay, so it did not notice the deceit, apparently. Or it's choosing to let us go for some reason. But, I don't know, I guess it's not the first time it failed, so it makes sense that it would be accustomed to it, I guess. So, of course, the question now is, could I have saved the game? I guess I could have saved the game here, right? Man, now I want to know, obviously, what the result would be if I had used my own blood. And presumably it would not have failed then, right? Although, if it has failed before, and if it has basically asked other captains to deliver it here, and to use their own blood, they probably didn't have this vial that I did. Or maybe they were all contacted by the same enemies of Mr. Sachs. But if other people have tried it before and actually used their own blood and it failed before, I guess it could have failed with me, but you know, it's because this is a video game. Presumably the other option would have led to a drastically different result. And I can't help but wonder, but I mean, I could help but wonder. I could reload and explore the option. Because this one is really quite fascinating. But you know what? I've made my choice, and I guess I'm probably better off this way. Or am I? I mean, did I get anything out of it in the end? I really don't know. You heard a story, the ice by the gate's edge. There was a whisper about a hunting quest and a final revenge. Okay. Apparently I have no more hunter's eyes. Oh, I got one here. Originally. I suppose I can't just get more? It's gonna cost me fragments. I think the first one was just free. Gather intelligence, such as there is to gather, out here where nothing moves. I mean, I could report the events that literally just transpired. Someone should be interested in that, right? Anyway, open the High-Gate. A curious miscellany gathered from all across the wide Black Sea. Your companion knows how to use these materials. Complete a certain matter in London to achieve this. Materials for the passage. I mean, yeah, I remembered there being something like this, obviously. Some implication of there being some kind of way to actually open this gate. Not that that seems like a smart thing to do. And I was obviously thinking that a certain matter. I thought your companion. I was thinking that this was referring to Mr. Saxon. Maybe it is. Maybe if I had not deceived him. Actually, maybe the vial was just a way to prematurely end this whole Mr. Sax questline. Basically, you know, cheat my way out of it. Without having to face any consequences. And it's just over now. And if I had used my own blood, we would have actually summoned I don't know what. Or the thing would not have melted and died, I guess. And then what? Ah, man. man. I don't know. If it's just over, if that's all there is, that's kind of lame. We've gotten this far for nothing. Of course, there could be a follow-up. What to do? Do I reload? Do I just go back here and, at the very least, save before I take the choice and see if how bad it's gonna be? How bad it seems to be? Or I could try to find out, and at the risk of being spoiled on the outcome, or you know, on anything, on something. Could try to see if this really is the end of the questline, or if something more is going to come. Because if it's just an alternate path, I'm okay with this. If it's the end, as opposed to something interesting, even if it's something bad happening in the future, I think I'd rather take the other option. Okay, yeah. It's just ending here is too lame, so I'm gonna see if I can figure something out. Well, okay, we're back here. This time I did save, although I technically don't really need to anymore. We're pretty much in the same shape. I didn't dive into the abyss this time because I guess there is no point. Assuming it stays the same, whether you've been there or not, I guess I'll learn the hard way, if not. If it's only basically generated the moment you dive, or if it's even randomized for each visit or something, let's hope that's not the case. And it's always going to be the one that, you know, that's basically the third step in the sequence. I did not take damage on the iceberg, so we're technically even slightly better off now. Now, the thing is, I did look at the wiki, and, you know, first of all, the way this game is structured and this game's events work, with all their weird variables that, you know, and requirements, it's kind of difficult to even figure out what exactly you need to look up. But I was eventually able to find out that apparently the only difference between these two options is that with the second one, you still get some sort of reward in the end. I don't know what that reward is. Apparently, but the questline definitely ends no matter what. So it's not like this is just the premature bad ending, although it is just outright worse. Because apparently we get the same reward for both, but when I give my own blood, something else also happens. And it doesn't sound like it's outright evil or, you know, just, I don't know, fatal to me in the long run or at all. It just seems like something interesting, and thus I decided to go with this option. I mean, I couldn't see anything that indicated any potential long-term repercussions, so we'll see if that's correct. And if there are, then, you know, I'm kind of okay with that as well. The essence of life. So, this time we don't just, yeah. This time we don't use the cheap escape, I guess. You nick your hand with the blade and hold it above the frozen mound. A drop wells up and falls. More follow. They fizz in the lacquer, which softens and melts into a puddle of snow. A puddle from which a hand emerges, then a head, then another hand, stretching as it clambers up from nowhere. The shape of a child. Not a... what was it, gargoyle last time? Its skin glistening, white snow, rippled with red. You reach out a hand. The child grips it with the chill of frostbite. Its legs finally form from the last of the lacquer, and it falls to its new knees, shivering and looking around in confusion. One of your sailors hurries over with a warm blanket. Another smacks his idiot head. Mr. Sachs stares down at the creature, which shivers and hugs itself. Inadequate, Sachs says. Again. Striding to the sealed gate, it rests a gloved hand against it, basking in the chill. The whisper of a place too cold for gods. Refreshing. Dispose of the mongrel as you see fit. Your service is done. Begun before I change my mind. Something new will shortly appear in your lodgings. Okay, yeah, this... I'm pretty sure this message was not there with the other option. Although the wiki claims that the same is also true in that event. Because, yeah, I mean, I guess Mr. Sachs is... I guess, satisfied with our service no matter what, even though apparently even this outcome is not what it was looking for. It's probably better that we never find out what it was expecting to, I don't know, to create. But, well, yeah, this time we definitely will get something when we get back to London, if we ever make it back to London from this trip. But yeah, there's also now a snow child. And we would have just missed out on whatever this was going to lead to. And so this seems like the, I don't know, like the objectively better choice. Approach the snow child. It cowers from the crimson beast, its snow still settling. Okay, unlocked when Sachs and snow, what snow may become is... Okay, I've helped create the snow child, I've not yet spoken to it. Fair enough. I don't have the snow child. Okay, and I have this. Well, that smile is... Could you... Okay, never mind. It looks up at you, frightened and shivering, for reasons that have nothing to do with cold. Your blood streaks through it. Your blood streaks through its eyes. So it is of my blood, huh? I have 2 children. Nice. Are you taking me home now? Sure, you're gonna like your brother or sister, your sibling, I'm sure, and they will love you. Ask a snow child about home. It remembers a life on the streets of London? Does it? I don't know. It's not your concern. I mean, honestly, we should probably just, well, at the very least, leave it here. If not, destroy whatever this monstrosity is. But then, you know, it does resemble a child. And obviously, that would be kind of lame as well. So, a distant memory. London? London, yes. I wanted to play on the rooftops, but it made Mother cry. She cries a lot, but she says it's not my fault. Oh, well, I suppose the teeth and hair of probably an actual child were used in the ritual, right? So, yeah, I guess maybe just killing it or abandoning it here, even if it's some sort of weird reanimated monster, would probably not be right. Right? I don't know. So it used to be a real child and it had a mother. A mother? Yes, a mother. She'll be worried. Wait, you're not a devil, are you? I don't know. Some people say might claim one way or the other. I don't know. Mother says to look out for devils. It gives you a suspicious sniff. No eggy smell. You can take me back, right? I've always wanted to go sailing. The snow child looks up at you. It won't take up much room. It could do with a name, though. At least until it remembers if it used to have one. Okay. Winter? Chione? Kione? A classical name never goes out of fashion. Loki. Hardly a frost giant, but perhaps when it grows. That seems appropriate. Also, I like Nordic mythology. Yes. That's not Norse mythology, that's the word. You know, close. Boreas, a fitting name for a child of the north winds. Yeah, okay. What? Snegurochka? Snegurochka? Is that Russian or something else entirely? Who knows? There's no princess from a story you once read. Elliot, a good name for any occasion. Rose, a good name for life that began as a bloom of red. Yeah, I don't know if I would make that connection. It doesn't have a whole lot of red in it, which is probably for the better. You know what? Let's go with Loki. Sure. I like that name. Loki smirks. Also, it might be a bit of an ill omen, you know? Let's hope it's not gonna cause too much mischief while on board. You reach out to take its cold hand in yours, leaving the Crimson Beast behind. You didn't... Oh, I thought... Right, for some reason I thought the Crimson Beast kind of opened the portal and disappeared through it or something, but it just touched it and is still standing there, I guess. Waiting for us to depart. Huh. Okay, anyway, you have named the snow child, yes. You have brought the snow child aboard, apparently, which is surely a good idea. The snow child has joined the ship. Cool. A child of snow was born at the Event Horizon. And we have that now as an item? Well, yes. Hearts +1. Oh, cool. Every day it melts a little more. I know. Okay. A say. Cannot be sold. Yeah, I wasn't going to sell it. I was wondering if it would become a mascot, perhaps, that we could therefore talk to or interact with in any kind of way, but nope, I guess not. But it's there and it's providing... Wait. It says hearts +1, but we're still at 71, though. Huh? Or can I equip it somewhere? No. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not updated yet? Anyway, Event Horizon. Look into the stars. That's just gonna terrify me, and I'm not sure it's gonna do anything useful for me. Gather intelligence. You heard a story? I mean, I guess I could do this. I don't know that I need more hunter's eyes. I don't remember what I did with the one that I got at one point. But I guess while I'm here, I might as well. Yeah, that cost me 77 fragments, which is not nothing. Those have become have been harder and harder to come by, but I mean, I guess. Eat the flesh of the deep lurkers and your eyes will change. Right, anyway, behind the eyes. Yes, this is what the rumors meant. A hunter frozen in the eyes, hands contorted to claws, mouth agape. With her left hand, she had plucked her own eye from the socket. Yeah, I think this is the same thing that we saw before. At some point, it lies very close to the surface of the eyes. If the stories are true, there is a dark virtue in that eye. Take it then. But perhaps you should put it in a jar. Yes. Okay, well, that was surely interesting. I don't know if that Snow Child is going to do anything in the future, but at least now we have it, and technically it's supposed to give us a benefit even, in addition to whatever we'll find in our lodgings. I should probably be a little bit afraid of what that might be, but anyway, well, I think we'll save this no matter what, and go... Where exactly? Oh, Chapel of Lights, obviously, yeah. I guess we can do that at the very least. And then I was going to... Actually, I'm probably... Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna actually visit Mount Palmerston again and see if we can do anything with the... anything new with the Devilus. Now that we have a new port story. Well, actually, I might use the port story that I currently have at the Chapel of Lights, but hopefully by the time we get back to Mount Palmerston, we'll have a new one. Then we'll go check out these underwater places. Actually, there's another rift right there. I can even see the little swirl. So I should probably like go around like this, perhaps, and check this one as well to see where in the sequence that is for later reference. Yeah, but we're almost certainly not going to be able to do all of that in this episode. So for now, we'll just go. Try to save a little bit of fuel here while we're in a, nice and welcoming place. No problem here. Okay, terror is going to rise. Chapel of Lights is right there. literally within viewing range, viewing distance of Event Horizon. Maybe that's why these people are a little bit different. Mount Nomad. Okay, let's not deal with that at all, probably. Okay, Chapel of Lights. Eat of the Chapel of Bounty, no thank you. Give a nightmare to the well. No, I guess not. Collect the information you were sent for. Right. This thing. I honestly completely forgot that we were still on this quest because I'm an idiot. And I should have finished this a long time ago, but here we finally are. I've gained more strategic information. Okay. Right, so I guess we can't just sell that. I think I confirmed at some point that selling that to the Admiralty is the only use for this item. Right, we have done that. Gained 1 terror, whatever. Gained 1 tail of terror, so for what it's worth. Kind of makes up for it. Gather intelligence. I guess there's no harm in that, usually. I think still the only place where gathering intelligence hurt me was, well, okay, it's the Khanate where it raises suspicion, but where it outright hurt me was Polythreme. Because apparently that place is just that disturbing. Even by Under-Z standards. Anyway, your sigil-ridden navigator races toward the chapel, yes. Finally, you give chase within the air as heavy and hushed. Pay a price. 2 live specimens. Right, now we finally have what it takes. Our stores are running low. If we cannot feed... So, you enter to see your navigator shaking... hold on a sec. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had been able to pause. Well, my computer helpfully tapped me out of the game. It's not Windows' fault in this case. Anyway, I hope everything's fine and nothing broke. Yeah, anyway, a consultation in the chapel. You enter to see your navigator shaking a smiling priest by the collar. It led me here. Tell me what it means. Look at it, look at it. The priest disentangles himself as politely as possible. I'm sure we can find a path to put you on, my friend. He examines the sigil with the professional air of a collector, but we will need your help in return. Pay a price. Our stores are running low. If we cannot feed our congregation, our mission must end. Can you provide? The fresher, the better. Your navigator has nothing. He pleads for your help. Well, here we are. It's not cheap. It's not exactly cheap, but, you know, obviously, we'll help a friend out. A new destination. The priest gives your offering a satisfied nod. He whispers a few words over them. A blessing? See them writhe. Your navigator twitches impatiently. The sigil. What does it mean? Who carved it in me? Or on me? What did I do to deserve it? The smiling priest raises a hand. You are on a journey, my friend. You must take one step at a time. I have seen your sigil before, carved in the ice at Frostfound. Yes. Wait. Frostfound. Is that the place? Yeah, that is the place I'm thinking of. Where we had to visit for the mechanics quest. Okay. I mean, there are a couple of rune-covered places in the north, I think. But yeah. Anyway, Frostfound, go there. You will answer your first question. That will lead you to the next. Okay, so going there will answer the question as to what it means. But not who carved it, or as punishment for what. The navigator's thanks are muted. He plods back to your ship. Before you leave, the smiling priest gives you a wink. I don't know if I appreciate that. In fact, I don't. Okay, well, Frostfound. Cool. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than just, you know, go to next location. But I guess that's fine. Finally, at least we've moved this forward, for what it's worth. Can you do any shopping here? No. Probably for the better. Supplies are fine. We have, you know, such a limited crew that those will last us for a decent while longer. I guess we'll save this. No reason not to. Nothing went horribly wrong after all. It's, you know, reason enough to celebrate. So yeah, this is Frostfound. I was thinking... Yeah, Codex is the other island, of course. It's, like, covered with some sort of sigils from when viewed from above. Huh. I mean, I wasn't really planning to head all the way back here, but I suppose it would be kind of silly not to. Is there any more efficient way to do this? I'm not sure that there is. I mean, it's back to Mount Palmerston now anyway. So, yeah, let me just start there, I guess, and then we'll see. Lights off for now, just to save a tiny little bit of fuel. Keep an eye on the terameter here. Oh god, we got a life berg. Okay, it's moving away. I like that. I suppose I'll refuel at Mount Palmerston as well. Or again. We even have a little bit more room now. 2 more open spaces. Leave me alone. What is your problem? What did I ever do to you? Thankfully it seems kind of slow. Yeah, I think we're just slightly faster. Sure hope it's gonna be gone when we leave port. Okay. I think we're good. All lights off for now. All clear. Kind of. Mostly. Okay. And we can go up to the crater again. We'll just... Well, let's see. Just in case we get something. We're gonna do our shopping later. Right, we still have these people. Okay. Delivering a letter. Right, that too. Where am I supposed to deliver that? To Hideaway. Okay, so I'll know when I get to the right place. Explore the island? No, perhaps not. We want to go up to the crater and see if anything's new here. Almost there. The devil is disconsolate. Disconsolate. She pours tea with a shaking hand. Her eyes are distant. The lights, the agonies, the scalding mist of lead. I missed him so. I long to return from exile. I was such a fool. There's no future with the convention. Will you help me? I overhear things here at the gate. The convention's plans. Take them back to London for me. The officialdom of hell will show gratitude to me, and I will show gratitude to you. Okay. I mean, I'm obviously returning to London eventually anyway, so... She hands you an envelope. Unsealed, she points out. I choose to trust you. She's certainly lying. Devils do not trust. Okay. Take something back to London. Sure. Message from the wistful devil is where exactly? Unsealed, but written in one of the more esoteric scripts of hell. So I guess we couldn't peek, even if we chose to do that. Okay, we also got a free port story back, I suppose. That's nice. Okay, back to London. I suppose we'll know exactly where in London, because she did not tell us, right? Take them back to London for me. To the officialdom of hell, I guess? Sure. Okay. 24 fuel. That's quite a bit. That should, well, fuel our expedition for a while longer. You know what? I'm even going to continue on to whatever this underwater thing is, and we'll end it there. Just as a bit of a sneak peek. I don't know. Why? I probably should have just ended the episode here, but you know. But you know, I mean, there really is no particular reason why I should do this. Oh, hold on again. Okay, sorry about that. Didn't pause quite in time, but it's fine, I'm sure. Oh, and I've already sailed a little bit too far. Wonderful. Can we... Okay. Yeah, you kind of have to guess where the underwater city is gonna be, roughly. So yeah, you probably don't... Yeah, just generally you don't want to get too close to the... Oh, this is Anthe. Right, yes, I knew that. Because that achievement had popped up that rewarded me for finding Anthe long before I was actually there. I don't know why it doesn't pop up until you... or why it doesn't only pop up when you actually dock with one of these places, but okay, that's fair enough. 50 more fragments, that's nice. Anthe, they call it the City of Flowers, but the flowers are crystals, spiral matrices grown on the walls of Anthean caves, ... And that's, I guess, where I'm gonna end this episode. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to continue on until here for this little sneak peek. I don't know, I guess why not? We're saving a little bit of time to use more excitingly next time. Or something. Either way, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.